to look at overcalls, which are the basic competitive bidding. So, there are four kinds of overcalls we're going to look today, which are simple ones, a bit limping ones that are a no trump, and jump overcalls, which are basically preemptive or weak. So, let's take a look. There is a reason for overcalls, as we have seen in the previous lecture. We interfere for showing a good suit for partner to lead. We also interfere in the auction to join in with enough points to open. Basically, overcalls range to 7 to 17. With good 18 or more, you double and then overcall. We're not looking at overcall after doubles yet, because we're going to look at simple ones. So we're going to look those kind of things after we get to doubles. So there are three kinds of hands, all of them having hearts to bid. So you bid one heart. Hand A has opening values. Hand B has a good suit, enough to have a lead directing bid. And C has both. You wouldn't open the auction with hand B because there's not enough points. There's like 10 high card points, whereas you would open with 12 or more. And speaking of which, this does not have enough to follow rule of 20. But in purpose of interfering, this would be just as enough to interfere in the auction. Now lead directing demanding to leave in that suit for good reason. We're going to get into defensive plays after we're done with bidding. But generally, it's better to leave the suit that partner has bid. When you defend, that is, not to be on the declared side, half of the time you would have to defend or so. And the general strain that you do the opening lead is to lead the right suit. Usually your long one, or the one has partner bid. So if you can bid at the one level, you do bid at the one level. Now what about this? Your opponent bid spades and you have diamonds. But you would have to bid at the 2 level to bid diamonds, because one diamond bid isn't available. So with good quality and good points enough to open the auction, you do a limping bid, which I made that term. So you bid 2 diamonds, limping just a bit here. Hand A has a solid 5 card, B has a good 5 card with a good side suit. C has a good suit but on 6 cards, and now D has 18 or more points, which is supposed to be doubled. But the suit is kind of weak here. Just 2 cards of top 5. But sometimes it's better to directly to show the suit, even though it's enough to double. As you can see, judgment on limping overcalls are a little tricky. It usually varies a lot on vulnerability, which I have explained on the previous lecture. So, on conservative choices, such as being red on green, A and B might be weak enough to interfere at the 2 level. because there's not enough points to open with 11 high card points on both. Traditionally, good 6-carders were only allowed because there might be less than 2 support on dummy. So with hand A and B, there would be a 6-card fit or just 5 cards on one side, having a void on the opposite. And the opponents would double for penalties, which means to getting more penalties to us so they can score more. So it's the choice of being safe than sorry or just being preemptive. Now we have one no trump overcalls here. Now this hand is just enough to open with one no trump in general. But there's a difference, a significant one, regarding the opening and the interference. Which is a stopper under suit. See the underlined ace of diamonds? This is the good reason to interfere with one no trump. And when it comes to responding to this, systems are on, which means you can use all conventions as usual, such as stamen, four-way transfers, and major splinters. So West uses the stamen convention. So East has 4 cards in spades. Which partner invites and since this is a maximum hand with 17 high card points, East-West ends up in a spade game contract. Now the only difference is that this isn't the only difference, but besides their stopper, the 18 high card point range is added to it. So it balanced 19 high card point hands and over would be doubled and then comes with a no trumpet. which are also going to be discussed later. Now, next up is 3 no-trump overcalls. I hope this sort of hint should be familiar with you. Because it has a solid suit on the minor. Sounds like a 3 no-trump opening, isn't it? Yes, it's similar to gambling 3 no-trump, long solid suit, with their stopper. Just as 1 no-trump overcalls have on the criteria. I mean the condition to be bid on. Now the defenders would likely to play the open suit here, because it would be a lead directing bid to them. And I haven't covered about 2 no-trump and 4 no-trump overcalls yet, because it'll be a 2-suited special convention here. I will discuss this later when the time is right. Now there is a simple overcall and a jump overcall. Basically, jump overcalls are as preempts for short, but some hands could be on the border between a simple overcall and a weak jump overcall, such as this hand. You would likely to open this with 2 hearts if there was no interference. But there are some ways to judge whether or not to bid simple. Let's say West hasn't bid yet and North opened with 1 diamond. Partner hasn't bid low to count simple. Some space is needed for partner to describe their hand. So, the most recommended bid is 1 heart. This time, West has open with 1 diamond. Now things are getting a bit different here. You should jump here to double bidding space. There's 40 high card points on a pack of cards. Opponents would have at least 20 high card points, while the high card points on our side would be 20 high card points maximum. Now this is a big difference here. So we can conclude that opponents would have the most. So it is effective to block this bidding space here. So 2 hearts is the tactic bid here. So we looked at 1 level overcalls, we call them simple ones. 2 level overcalls, which I call them as limping overcalls. 1 no trump and 3 no trump overcalls, and jump overcalls as weak or preemptive. So in the next lesson, we're going to learn how to respond to the overcalls. We're going to look at advances to simple overcalls and limping overcalls. There would be special bits of Q bits and free bits. Thanks for coming in for the Contract Bridge lecture, and I'll see you next week.